Hey, Manu, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hi Peter, all good on my side. It's almost Christmas here, so I guess it's been a bit stressful for all of us, I think, heading to Christmas, but now I'm trying to get in the festive mood. So yeah, getting there.
Man, I mean, I can imagine how much work you would have had because I think you are a director or a senior manager where you work, right? So,
Yeah. I'm a director in a big agency. I'm be working on like big e-commerce site and like international sites as well. It's been from Black Friday and now Christmas has been hectic, exciting, but very busy. So really, I was looking for towards to Christmas now. So
yeah,
yeah,
I imagine like for e-commerce businesses, between Black Friday and Christmas, it's like the hottest season in
yeah,
the year.
yeah. It's a bit like you're working and strategizing and planning the whole year, waiting for this moment for October,
Yeah.
November. Then when this moment comes, like you just need to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can also imagine from, I mean, you are more on the marketing side, but I also imagine from the e-commerce business side, also the tension, maybe from developers part, also preparing all the new, maybe upgrading React or upgrading their Java servers and all, in preparation for having a smooth run during this
Exactly.
period.
Exactly, because I mean specifically, but I mean I see things from the SEO point of view. So, preparing the content, campaigns, and so on. But I also discuss with the other channels, so paid campaigns, but for example, social or so marketing in general. But also me specifically, I have a lot of discussion with the devs. And when you have releases that can break things around this period, I mean, they
Yeah,
panic a lot. And yeah, things are never easy. They never go smoothly. Let's say you have a lot of fun,
yeah.
but that's why we are here, and it's our job.
True. I don't get that kind of panic at the moment anymore as a dev. I have a different kind of panic because now I'm more like freelancing and also exploring different opportunities, what I want to focus more on and all. And my panic is more on the business and financial or being sure what I want to do. So, but
Yeah.
I can imagine. I know there's a lot that goes like in terms of financial spending during this period. I don't know
Yes.
if you see this one from Shopify, no, from Stripe, I think, where they have this big dashboard they usually show on Black Friday, maybe also on Cyber Monday, but I think mostly Black Friday, where they show you how much transaction is going through Stripe,
Yeah.
like, and it's
Yeah.
very massive. You see how much the amount the people spend internationally through Stripe only anyway.
Yeah.
Between last year and this year, it's massive.
Yeah. I mean, because I see the report from clients, and again, I'm working on big clients, so I see what the users, the customer are spending. But I also see in terms of marketing campaigns what the clients, what the businesses are spending, and literally, in these 3 months, the budget, for example, for paid campaigns, I mean, it's 10 times, or I mean,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 times, even 10 times year on year. So
Wow, that's a
yeah,
lot.
especially when the competition is increasing. So then you need to keep up with the competition, and you need to spend more in most cases, or be clever around your strategies and campaigns.
Yeah,
But yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let me not go too far without introducing you properly. So Manuel, as he likes to be called, is a marketing and SEO expert. Also, I think you used to be a web dev before fully focusing on this.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I don't want to digress too much, but my background and experience is a bit. So I've been studying robotics myself. So I studied mechanical engineering. Yeah.
Or you are the Iron
Then
Man.
you see, yeah. But instead of building rockets, then I decided to focus more on marketing. Essentially, because when I moved to the UK, I come from Italy, from Milan. But when I moved to the UK, I moved here with my partner, and she studied like marketing like specifically directly. She was graphic designer. So when we arrived in the UK back in 2008, 2009, we were struggling to find like there was a lot of vacancies. There was a bit of crisis. So we said, wow, don't we try to work together and work in marketing? Um, since I was a child, I always did a bit of coding, like with Basic back in the day. So it was part of my interest anyway. So I started to do websites and working with in graphic design, campaigns, printing,
Mhm.
and then I moved to SEO because when you start to build a site, then client wants to be in first page,
Yeah,
uh, and then also considering paid campaign, social, bit of everything. So yeah,
that's that's interesting. So quite a journey, from like robotics to marketing and web dev.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Eh,
For me, I have a more. Sorry, go ahead.
No, no, I mean, just to try to be more relevant to what we are discussing today, because so yeah, I mean, so far, let's say I've been more focusing on the development and coding, but I felt something was missing in this mix, and that's why I'm testing specifically lately in the last months AI. So I've been doing a lot of testing about AI and how to try to automate things. So essentially, I've been studying engineering, so the mechanics. Then I was studying the coding, so the programming, and now I'm trying to give everything a soul with
Um,
AI.
yeah, I think that's quite fantastic, especially AI being the trendy topic these days. Like it's a hype, but also there's a lot of areas where you can fully utilize it beyond the hype. And I like that you've explored this quite a lot and also shared a bit about it, I think, in the conference. And we decided to also have a chat. Maybe something have changed for you, in terms of what you are doing with AI, and how you are making businesses with it. So
Yeah,
today's topic is around building side hustles with AI and passive income. And we talked a bit about it today, like, but about how, trying to make a passive income, something with low, I think you said low effort, but generating some passive income on the side. And I think that's a good place to start with. So
yeah.
what is like your experience with AI generally so far when it comes to building a product and also marketing it.
Yeah, you have to be careful, but also want to really highlight, because
Okay.
when we say low effort, I mean, let's be very specific because you need to use AI properly. So AI is like so to meet expectation because there is a lot of stigma.
Yeah.
There are a lot of discussion where people are also scared about using AI, but also the expectation about using AI is a bit of a false myth because you can use AI, but you have to use it properly. So the low effort is about building something which is solid and robust, and we can discuss today, but the low effort is in maintaining. So essentially, building something which is solid and can work on its own somehow, so that you don't have to maintain. But to get there, you need to do your homework. So you need to put a bit of effort. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you risk a lot, or you have a not good output. So my experience on AI is if you make a clever use of AI and you essentially do again your research and you use it properly, then you are safe to be using it and to reach your what you are trying to achieve. um if you want to take shortcuts is where you risk to bang your head on the wall, and then that can be very very harmful.
Yeah. I think that brings to mind the fact for me that, or observation that, not just with AI, but with many other things, in terms of if you are looking for shortcut, in a lot of cases, it doesn't work out for you even on the short run. Some cases, a few cases, maybe in the short run, it works out. It's kind of like false impression. But then over time, it stops working and you are wondering, why isn't this working?
Yes.
And I think that, like you said, I think being able to, when I say low effort, it doesn't mean like there's no effort to it at all, or it's so simple. I think it's more like compared to when you have to actively manage something and keep doing it, or the
Exactly.
time it takes to get there. Some parts are automated or bootstrapped with AI, and the other parts, it's so like for me, as an engineer with programming, AI gives a lot of false info,
Yeah.
but I find it more useful the times when I know what I want to get to and I know what a bad code is. So when it prompts and it gives something wrong, I can tell it to change that. And after one or two tries, usually the next try, it gets it much better. But if you come in from AI, if you don't have experience programming with AI, and then you just use it to build a simple website, and you're like, oh yeah, I built a website. You don't actually know if what it gave you is good and easy for you to maintain in the long run, but
But
you have a website.
yes, but as you said, it can backfire easily. So it seems like you're achieving something and you don't have any context because maybe you don't have the experience to understand what you've done is partially wrong or there are some issues and risks. So
Yeah.
if you're not aware, it's like you do something and you are happy about it,
Mhm.
but then maybe after a while when people that knows what you're doing and they see the mistakes or they start using what you put together,
Yeah.
then it's when potentially you can start having issues because one, yeah, as you said, AI, this is for coding, but it's for everything, can hallucinate. So it can
Mhm.
provide false information. And if you don't know, you don't know. But
Yeah.
people that know, they can start flagging. Or maybe you build something that seems to be working fine. And then if you don't expect the function, the code, maybe you find out that actually you have some issues. So
Yeah.
in my case, to jump on SEO, but directly. So you might create something that makes sense for you, and maybe you produce content and you start ranking for it. But which is the easiest thing. So maybe in the short term, like in 2 3 months, you start ranking. So you are somewhere and you're quite happy about it. But maybe after a while, because how you create the content and the content not being good enough, well, Google start penalizing you. So you drop suddenly, and
Yeah.
then all your effort, all you've done, it's wasted. So it's really you need to be careful. So you need to use the right process and actually create a process around AI.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we said we already hit the first point or premise, which is low effort doesn't mean no effort, and
Mm.
low effort doesn't mean easy. And you need to have some idea what you are trying to get at. And that for me would, take me to the next part where I think for you, you experimented with trying to build a business or a product with this. You had like you got traffic, built a website, and so walk us through or introduce us to your concept of your side hustle and how you use AI to do this, and like the whole process. But I mean, we can touch them bit by bit, but maybe a first high level overview and then we go bit by bit.
In the details. Yeah, I can open a word, an entire word. So essentially, I literally try to create an entire ecosystem. So again, and especially what I do for SEO. So my test, as you said, was to try to find a way to monetize and to create a side hustle. So something that's solid enough to be generating an income for me,
Okay.
but then, as you said, low effort. So yes, for the maintenance. So yes, you put the effort to build it and for the research and to make it like robust, but then you put low effort in terms of maintenance. So you don't need to
Yeah.
update, and you have a side income potentially there because yeah, maybe you spend quite a lot to build this thing, but then it's there, it generates money for you. So you can maybe forget about it and then you see the money. So that's the low effort. So yeah, what I've tried to do is I've been trying to do this, but also because I'm also an SEO, and when I was working on this project, essentially there was a lot of discussion about use of AI and Google making, releasing the latest Google update. It was March 2024. They were essentially rolling out the March core update back then. 2024, and then the helpful content date. Now, I don't know if you are into the SEO. I don't want to specifically talk about the SEO, but essentially, it was Google's way to try to be aware of all the people that were using AI to create spammy, wrong content just for the sake of creating a lot of pages with AI, quick pages,
Yeah.
but just to spam, just to put content there that wasn't really useful for the users. And that's why you need to be very careful, because yes, you can use AI, you can create a lot of content, but if you copy and paste, on the web, then Google now is aware. So potentially,
Yeah.
not only can harm you, but they can penalize the site, and you can also waste all the content you had before. So you need to be careful. So yeah, what I've done is I was testing the use of AI to create something that was good enough to target the audience. So say I was trying to identify a product of a niche that was quite specific for me to try to build something, and then for the user, for the customer in that niche, to then, once they were engaging with the content, with the website which I was creating, then to start buying, to start to convert. So my challenge were two. So I had two challenges. One was, how can I use AI? I can maximize and speed up the process to create content. What do I need to do, to create good content and engage with this targeted audience? And two, is the content good enough to then generate money? And
Okay.
can it work automatically? Um, yeah, this is the overview, Peter. I think I can also show you what I've done, but
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine if you have something to show.
yeah. So I can show you briefly. Let me try to screen share. I'm using three screens, so I'm trying to.
Mhm.
Should be this one. So I can introduce you to Joe Ruggs. I'll explain you later. But so as said, I've been trying to
It
create.
looks like you're toying.
Yeah. It's got something, but essentially, I'm been using AI to create an entire ecosystem. I will explain you why, but you can
Okay.
see, for example, I've been creating images, and then videos. Probably you can't hear it, which is a shame. But when I presented this to the Brighton SEO, essentially, when I step into the stage, this guy, the guy I created, Joe Ruggs, was
Yeah.
introducing me with this video,
Ah,
which was quite fun. Yeah, you can't hear it because the
no, I
screen is
don't
there.
hear it.
Yeah. But essentially, he's introducing me, which was fine. It was nice. But essentially, as we said, so what I've been trying to do, and then I'll get to why I created Joe Ruggs, is one, try to target a specific audience. So try to select a niche, for me to create content to then target that audience, and that audience to engage with the content and become an expert and not an authority in that niche, and then monetize. So once I'm able to reach the audience and buy the trust of that customers, of those customers,
Yeah.
I'm able to earn some money. The way I did it is essentially considering, because yeah, I mean, when you talk website and start creating content, then we go into the SEO. There is no way out of it. So it's about essentially ensuring that the content you're creating is aligned with the Google quality raters guidelines. Essentially, you're meeting Google's criteria for you to create content which is providing value to the users. You have,
But I'm
yeah.
guessing that before you started digging into the right like SEO pages and keywords, you probably did you had the know the niche you want to focus on, or did you also use AI to figure out the niche?
No, so essentially previously it was always a project that I had in mind, try to use affiliate, so try to use something to then earn some money on the side. And back in the day, I was doing some research and essentially using affiliate programs like Amazon and so on. I saw that there were specific niches or specific product types that were having high margins. So put simply, I knew that I wanted to focus on a specific type of products, because one, it was a specific audience. So if I was able to create like specific content, maybe and gain the trust of the type of audience, then it was easy to engage and for them to trust me or see me as an expert.
Okay.
Two, because of the high value of the products, I will explain. So I'm trying not to spoil it and keep it,
Okay.
quite
Okay.
vague. But, so I was trying to select essentially a niche, a product type with a high value, so that consider that this should have been a side hustle. I wanted something that could work not on volume, so not on the amount of products we're able to sell, but it was enough maybe to sell one product every month or every 2 months or every 3 months to earn a decent amount of money. So
Okay.
something, with a quite high price potentially and a good margin for you to then earn without having to push sales.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see.
So yeah, I had an issue in mind, but I'll get to that point. Um, Now, essentially, when I was thinking to create a content, why we are discussing AI. So essentially, yes, it's good to create to use AI, but then to avoid Google to penalize you, to avoid risking your site not to be indexed anymore or not to rank well, you need to include all you know um, a wide range of elements for the content to provide value and essentially tell Google, hey, I've got good content because I've got all these elements on page and I'm touching on those. Uh,
Okay.
Put simply, I mean, I've got here the breakdown, but you need to match what the users are looking for. So essentially, you need to do all your research up front to understand what the users in your niche are looking for. What are the answers they're looking for? What are they searching? And then you have to have specific things like case studies or personal insights. So the content must be unique. When you use AI, essentially because of LLM, so majority of cases, unless you really refine the model, but you've got general information because it's shared information
Yeah.
from different sources. So you have to try to find ways to make it unique and really relevant to your brand, to your business, including personal insight or internal proprietary knowledge of your brand. Then you need to you just need not to use the copy, the text, but also include other media formats, so images, videos, and link it to external platforms. You need to link to expert authors and social media profiles. You need to have FAQs. You need to leverage internal linking between pages, and so on. I mean, I don't want to go into too many details, but just to give you an
Okay.
overview. But you
Yeah,
have to have some elements. So
but the highlight is more like you need to, like, it's not just building the website with AI. You need to also understand your SEO strategy, which AI can help with, but you need to understand those so that you can be able to rank easily, because AI would not automatically bring
no,
visitors to your site. Okay, so
AI. So if you use ChatGPT, you ask GPT to create content, and then you copy and paste what you obtain from ChatGPT. It's a big risk because one, again, information can be not exactly true or correct. Two, you need to make it unique, and you need to essentially refine the output to
okay,
also include those elements. So it's not just about the content they copy. For example, if you add images, if you add videos, if you link to social media externally, you match EAT. So I don't know if you, but essentially you make your content more expertise, more authoritative, and so on. So Google is not penalizing you, and also
okay,
you're providing value to the users, meaning you start ranking high instead of ranking low because
all
your
right,
content is rubbish.
okay, I see.
Yeah. So it's about not just taking what AI is giving you, but expanding to also include all these elements. So yeah, just quickly, stop me if you have any question, but just to give you an overview of the process. This is my son, by the way. I try to also include him in my presentation. But
I
this,
think for some reason I maybe you moved the slide, but I just see the same slide so far.
okay. Can you see
Mm,
the next one?
no, maybe stop sharing and we share
Let's
again.
try again. Yeah.
So probably you've been sharing, changing slides all this while, and I just kept
No, no, I
seeing.
was just this guy. I didn't move. So
Okay.
let's try. So this should be the slide. Can you see it? The new slide?
Yeah, maybe switch slide backward. Okay, now I
Yeah,
see
it's
it
moving.
moving.
Okay, so in my case, so now we can discuss. I decided to focus on passion rugs. So passion rugs for a few reasons. One, I didn't know anything about it before. So, I was also testing AI because without AI, it would have taken me months maybe to do my research, or
Okay.
I should have asked people, to write content for me. So with AI was a way to test something new, totally new for me, but also to double check with people that actually knew about it if the content was correct and good enough. The second thing is said, it's a very specific audience. So I was trying to write something, to produce something good, to engage with them, to buy the trust of the targeted personas and audience I was trying to reach, for them to see me or the website as expert, and then ultimately to buy stuff from the website, which is the other stuff. Uh, and then personal rugs, because usually if you think about those type of carpets and rugs, they're usually expensive. So
Yeah.
honestly, if I was managing to sell one personal rugs every other month maybe, but selling something for £1,000, £2,000 with a good margin, it would have been a nice income on the side to have
Yeah.
without too much effort there, like to push sales. uh yeah, this is like a few attempts I've done to create this person. But yeah, essentially I was creating
That's the
the
CEO.
yeah, the CEO. No, I was starting to create this person as our expert in passion rugs, essentially because I wanted to push search engines, so to get search engines to see this guy, which is Joe Rugs,
Uh,
as an expert, and then for him to be the author, the writer of all the content online, to then Google and the search engine to see, well, actually, we've got all the content created by this person, which is an expert, and then this content is good because he knows his stuff and he's providing good information. So I've been trying to create, you know, realistic images. I'd be right. This one is less realistic than the previous one, for example. So sometimes I was struggling with the AI tools. But videos, I've been creating also social media profile, the bio of this guy. So I've been creating all around, not just the website, but all around Joe Rags, for
mm,
then the search engines to try to think, well, we've got an expert. I mean, he knows about passion rugs, and then the content is good.
yeah. Sometimes when you say Joe Rocks, I think you're about to say Joe Rogan.
No, it's Joe Rags. Also because I'm SEO, and sometimes SEOs are, quite funny people and crazy people. So I put the keywords in the surname just to see, Joe
Ah,
Rags,
yeah, I
because
see.
which is Joseph Rags. I've been playing a lot with the,
I think
yeah,
yeah, that's quite interesting.
yeah.
And for your for the AI for the image generation, what AI tools do you use?
Yeah, if you see in the slide, I can also, share with you later. But if you check in the footer notes, I've
I see
got the link.
sources.
Yeah. So in this case, no, those are the tools I've been using to do keyword research. Now I'll explain why. For
Okay.
the images, let me go back. If you see, tell me if you don't see it. But so if we go to where I put the image, anyway, when I've got the image, yeah, for this one,
Okay.
for the videos, been using this one, app.vidnotes.com. But yeah, I will share the link with you, Peter, so it's easier.
Okay. No
Yeah.
problem.
But if you see those links in every slide, those are the tools I've been using for images and videos.
Yeah, I'm guessing they would have improved by now because between when you did this, which was probably in March, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah. I mean, I
the
keep
a
testing. Yeah, I keep testing stuff, and now I don't know how much you know, but OpenAI released Sora, which is still
yeah,
premium, but Google is releasing his own text to video tool. You can join the
imagine.
waitlist now in the US, so you can start testing, but it's not open. And
Yeah,
then there was another one like Good Enough, but yeah, you've got a variety of tools. So if you look for it, but
yeah.
I've
I
been
think
using
there
the
are some
premium.
also niche ones from some
Exactly.
indie hackers, that
Yeah,
helps
exactly.
you.
I mean, all in all, this was a project I was doing in my spare time for the Brighton. So I've been trying to find tools that were free. So I didn't want to spend money. I'm paying. I've got a subscription for ChatGPT, and I've been creating images with ChatGPT.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, I've been using. So yeah, essentially, once I decided the niche, I think for us to then create the content, the first step is to do a proper key research and intent analysis. So we need to understand what the users are looking for, what are the keywords, what are the queries, the search terms they're using in Google, for us to then create content to try to match and answer what the user are looking for. So I've been doing all the key research on the side using tools like Href, SEMrush, Google AdWords, and then I've been categorizing the keywords to try to then understand how to structure the website. So even the structure of the
Mhm.
website essentially was matching what the users were trying to look when they were searching for Persian rugs or Persian carpets. And then based on that, I started to essentially lay out all the pages, all the keywords for which all the keywords we need to target for each page and the content we need to create with AI, to then create the content with AI. So as you can see, it's not just the use of AI, but I've been doing my due diligence upfront. So I'm being analyzing the market, I'm being analyzing the niche, I'm being analyzing the targeted audience. I put everything together, and then I mapped for each page what I should have to then create the content with AI. Um, I can show you, but essentially,
This,
yeah,
sorry, you can play, but this doesn't look low effort up front, like
this is big effort upfront. That's why I was,
cautious,
so yeah, you need a bit of extra effort up front. My low effort was once you
long
build
term.
something. Exactly. So I don't need. So if the website is working and selling carpets by itself, I don't need to maintain it.
Because you don't just need a website or product, you also need the SEO to
Exactly. This, yeah.
convert.
I'm an SEO, so it was free for me. But,
Now I feel like I need to be an SEO expert because I think this could be one of the missing pieces for me with marketing my product and getting
oh,
traffic.
it's fine. I mean, we can discuss, but essentially, I mean, even if you do all of this top level, I mean, you need to do it thoroughly and proper analysis. But what you need to know is essentially the keywords, so the search terms you need to target with the content on your pages. So even if you have 3 pages, in my case, I've done 80 pages, 85. So it was like not low effort; it was a big effort.
Yeah.
But you need to understand what are the keywords you need to target, and then you can use this information to then ask an AI tool like ChatGPT to
Hmm.
create content for you. But you need to provide the keywords also for the AI tool to provide a good content. Good content. You need to train it. So you need to provide a tone of voice. You need to provide a bit of a context about what you want to achieve. So it's not like you're asking, "Hey, I've got 3 keywords. Give me the content." No, for best output, you need to train the model based on what you want to do, include FAQs as well. So if you see in this column here, we've got the question that people also are usually asking for each page. And then you put everything together. I can show you how I did it, but essentially you can create the actual prompt you can use to copy and paste eventually in
Hmm.
ChatGPT to then have your content created. So ChatGPT can also export the content in a Word document. So you can ask ChatGPT, "Hey, I give you all the information, and I provide you all the information in different prompts. I use 5, 6 prompts, but then I created for each page a Word document with the content."
So there's 5 6 prompts is for one page or post, and you just try to mix and match.
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I can also, let's see if the video is working, but there is also an example here. So you've got the list of pages, you see, it is scrolling fast, but essentially you've got the list of pages with the keywords and the question for each page, the FAQs. Then, no, it's another one. I can show you later, or I can show you the actual file. But essentially, from the keyword search, then I refined, I put together all the prompts, and this is the concept. So putting together the prompts to train the AI model for the AI model to know a bit better about your brand, about what you want to do, and then also to actually, generate content and be creating 84 pages this way. So not low effort. Yeah, yeah. It was a
Wow.
big effort. So I think I spent like a month or two just to create this and then upload to the website. So it took me quite a while, also because to avoid risking Google penalizing you. So I've been uploading and creating pages, not all together, but like say two every 2 days. So to try
Nice.
to scatter them to avoid penalization. Because if you create like a lot of pages at the same time, maybe it's also a red flag for Google. Like say, hey, are you using AI? Are you doing the bad way? So no, I've been trying to replicate what you would do naturally.
I see.
Uh, so yeah, the name, yeah, maybe we can skip this, but yeah, Joe Ruggs because it was also funny for me to include Ruggs. But I wanted to see if for Google was realistic to use Ruggs as a surname.
Would
And
be
then
nice
again,
to say the correlation if like imagine the same website, but one is Joe Rocks and one is Joe Carpet and one is Joe Beta, and then you see which one gets the right traffic.
yeah, yeah, it's actually funny because yeah, the actual website it's Carpet Joe, but I didn't know. So that was my fault because I didn't do the proper competitive research. There was a Joe Carpet, I think, in America and US,
Ah,
which was cannibalizing. So at the beginning, even if I was trying to rank there, it was a risk. There was always Joe Carpet because it's been years, like 20 years,
mm,
that, they're real, they're actually a real business. But then I started to rank because I was creating content. So potentially one day maybe I can just sell the domain to them and like, hey, use it. Like, But yeah, so in this case, you see, to be able to rank and for Google to understand, actually, the content is good. We got an expert. I've been creating. This was funny, but I've been creating all the social media profiles for Joe Ruggs. So Joe Ruggs was becoming a real person, and I was asking also, friendship and connection to my friends. And fun fact, but at the beginning, I was using another picture which was less realistic. And all my filmer friends they were thinking it was a scammer, or they were scared because it was looking fake. And they say, no, listen, it's me. I'm doing like an experiment. I just need
yeah,
connection for essentially the search engine to see that those profiles got enough people so they're not fake. If
I
it makes
see.
sense. So I
Yeah.
needed real
So
people. Yeah,
what I'm just trying to summarize that like the
yeah.
journey so far is more like you have a niche you
Hmm.
want to build target a product to, and you had AI generate like the images and video for you, and then you also like use AI to build the social profile so that Google would know feel that the person who writes the SEO pages is a real person,
Exactly.
and you also did like your keyword research and planned your pages based on your research so that you can rank well on Google.
Exactly. Exactly. And then mainly, once I created the content, which is the last bit, but this is a sneak peek of the website. I can also share the website with you, but
And
essentially it was about
AI,
expanding. Yeah, yeah.
sorry, so AI built, so AI did your like copy, AI did your images and some of the video, or all
The,
your
vi-
videos for you.
the videos as well. Yeah, I think I've done, if not wrong, like 8 to 10 videos. Those are in YouTube, so again, external links. But yeah, I can show you a video. Hopefully, the audio would work. But I had a voiceover of David Attenborough, which is you need to be careful about how you use AI. And now they put some filters. So really, if I use the same tool I asked to have a voice like David Attenborough, they will stop me. They won't let me have, the same
Hmm.
voiceover with the same voice of someone famous. But I did a video with the voice of David Attenborough to explain the history of fashion rugs, which is I wrote, this is a test video. It's not real, but you need to be careful. But yeah, yeah. I mean, long story short, Peter. Yes, once I created the content and the copy, as you said, I created the images, I created the videos. So not just the raw. copy. It wasn't just a copy and paste from ChatGPT
Yeah.
about but it was the all media assets, and also I was trying to make it unique. I also used Gemini. So essentially, I was trying to find relevant videos from expert discussing, for example, new trends for 2024 about passion rugs. How can you improve the design of your living room with passion rugs or this kind of stuff? I use Gemini to summarize and put some bullet points out of the video, so compress the information and give me some bullet points. And then I use the
Mm.
bullet points in my articles or in my copy to make it more unique, because those videos was from people, from
Yeah.
expert about special rugs. So first point of view, I'll be using that to try to make my content unique, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. For me, it's more like, it shows how you go from you target a market you know nothing about, you don't have anybody in, and then you just combine all this output, and maybe it
Exactly.
takes some effort upfront, but then in the long run, if you keep generating content like you plan, you probably just keep ranking and building up businesses.
Yes, that's the thing. Because as you said, so yes, I was creating something. I didn't know anything about it, so I was asking also some colleagues that knew about passion rugs to avoid, producing something wrong in a way. But as you said, instead of spending 6 months or 7 months to ask expert or for me to do the research, I've done all the content, say in 1 month for 80, 84, 90 pages. So like, essentially one fifth, one sixth of the time,
Yeah.
to then create something that was already good and maybe better than what you could find online. Because in my FAQs, so I structured the website so the information was really relevant and replying, answering to questions like how to maintain a carpet,
Okay.
how to clean the carpet if my dog peed on it, like, this
Yeah.
type of question. And actually those started to rank straight away, which was also very interesting. Uh, yeah, this is how, I've been using Gemini, so essentially selecting YouTube videos and expanding. For the website, I've been using WordPress. Uh, you know,
Okay.
yeah, this is pretty much this. So in terms of the process, then I think maybe, yeah, I'm probably anticipating your question, but
To
yeah,
some people, probably it took so long to get to the money because the important part is the money part.
exactly,
For me, I was curious about the whole process because I know definitely upfront, if you are taking it serious, you need some upfront effort. But once you have that, it's like over time, it's just you're chilling.
exactly, exactly. But say we manage, so I can show you some numbers, but yeah, if you manage to then rank and engage with the audience and have, good traffic, a good impression and visibility of the website, then the next step, the next natural step is how can we sell, how can we monetize. And what I've been trying to do again, I didn't want to manage an e-commerce, so for me it wasn't like about building a website for me to maintain the products and sell and deliver and dispatch products. it
Yeah.
was it was more to find the easiest way to sell something once I was managed to reach the audience, and then not to be worried about delivering, shipping, and managing also that aspect of the e-commerce. So what I've done essentially, I've been creating pages with GIF ideas, for example, where I've got passion rugs, so higher price products, but I also had a lot of, say, gadgets like pens, key rings, just to try to see if I was able to sell like a low product thing or a high price thing or a lower price thing, and also some products to, to maintain and clean the carpet, for example. And then what?
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been putting all together. I've been putting also guides on how to clean, maintain, and with links to Amazon. And the way I try to monetize all of this. So essentially, I don't know how much you know about affiliates programs, but Amazon has one affiliate programs. Essentially, you can create an account with something like Amazon Associate, and then through that you can start generating some links. So say for example, for this product, which is diatomaceous earth, so this is something that's been used to kill some of the pests that usually the carpets
Okay.
have. I mean, see, I'm becoming an expert for carpets. So, I mean, but say you can select whatever items on Amazon you want to link to your website and sell. You can generate a custom link for you to then use that specific link when people from your website click, go on Amazon and say they buy the products from Amazon, not from you,
Yeah.
you get a percentage. So it's very easy.
So
So essentially,
instead of managing your own e-commerce store or
y-
shipping,
yeah, no, you
you
don't
just
manage. So
redirect.
exactly, you don't manage anything. It's also the people selling those products on Amazon try to push them and manage everything. You just need to select an item which is relevant for your content. You add the link. You try to push visibility for the
Yeah.
product, the link. That's it. So
Probably maybe over time, if you have more sales and you have more time, you can start shipping, maybe import and then stock in Amazon warehouses, and then Amazon handles all your shipping for you.
yeah, yeah, you
That's if
can.
you want to take it to a
to, to,
bigger,
to the next step. So yeah,
yeah,
let's say if you're lucky and something like this works at the beginning, I mean, this is cost free potentially because you don't have, yes, you have to pay for the hosting for the website, but you don't have to maintain a warehouse or deliver or shipping. You don't need to deal with customer complaints and which is
yeah,
which is also, you just need to add links to your website, done. But yeah, once you maybe grow, so if something like this and you're lucky, grows, then you can start also stocking the products for you to not just earn 1% or 10% of the price, but you earn the 90%. You earn
yeah,
the price. Yeah, yeah. But for me was I wasn't trying to create a whole business. I was trying to create something on the side. I maybe,
yeah,
if I sell something, to £200 maybe once a month, and I've got 10%, it's £20 free. So
yeah.
uh,
Now I need to go think of a niche idea to copy your process. Maybe I will spend 4 months on SEO strategy and keywords because that's the part I'm not a professional in.
yeah, we can discuss, or if
Yeah.
you have an idea. But,
But
yeah,
anyway, let's continue so I don't take up so
yeah.
much of the time.
No, I mean that was the concept. So essentially, another way actually you can monetize. I've been trying this as well. I don't know how much you know about AdSense. AdSense is another way you can try to monetize. So I don't know if you heard about it or no, but
I mean, I
mm,
heard of them, but I never really used them.
test it.
Yeah,
Essentially, put simply, you can use people paying for some specific ads. You can let Google show and display those ads on your website for relevant products. So say we're
yeah,
doing special rugs, so highly likely will be, I don't know, cleaning machines or or even carpets. But you just need to allow Google to display those ads that some other people are paying for, and you earn based on the clicks. So all you
yeah,
do is, letting them display them, and then if people start clicking, happy days. So
yeah.
again, another way, and that's why, in a way, I don't know, but from your experience, you might have seen a lot of news website on Facebook, and they're always popping up. But when you click those websites, they're usually full of ads.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, but that's the reason
No,
why they use Google AdSense or something similar. You know.
if I open something on Chrome that shows that, I just go to Brave browser and open them, and I don't have that issue.
Exactly.
Even YouTube shows you, if you have YouTube free version, shows you ads.
Yeah.
Depends. I think sometimes it's way less ad, but now on with Brave, it doesn't show you ads like so.
Exactly. I mean, that's a good point because all we want to achieve is to provide good content. And actually, if you
Yeah,
exaggerate and if your website has got too many ads and too many interstitials, it starts to be
I think people drop
bad
off.
for the users in terms of user experience, but also in terms of speed. So really, you go in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
because yeah, so you need
The
to be yeah.
for my blog, I'm thinking of using like putting ads now,
Hmm.
but more like I think there's this, I can't remember the name, but there's some an ad product that focuses on maybe like developer products. So if you have like a developer blog and you use them, you are probably showing relevant keywords or ads
Yeah,
to your audience, so the click-through rate is higher because maybe
yeah, yeah,
you are showing that, let's say, you are writing about AI and SEO,
yeah, yeah.
and you use like an ad tool specific for AI. Probably it would keep recommending products to maybe generate images, generate videos, and people click on it, and you also get some
Exactly.
revenue.
Exactly. But yeah, AdSense work like this. So, you should display. They've got probably AI systems essentially to understand the type of product to display, the just the relevant ads, not the yeah. This is my other son. Uh,
Okay.
um,
What's his name?
so this is Danielle. The other
Okay.
one is Samuel. And I'm
Okay.
Manuel, so we are all EL ending. So we need yeah.
Looks like it's a pattern. Maybe if it's a girl, it will be Manuela or Noela.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, like
Well, you didn't introduce the other guy. Is it like the grandfather or?
no, that's from the Back to the Future for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just put simply, Peter, I'm showing a lot of slides, but performance-wise, so see the green bars here are essentially the number of pages that be indexed over time. So as you can see, I've been essentially publishing pages, but three at a time, four at a time. So I wasn't exaggerating. So I was trying to emulate, the time frame you usually take to produce new content without, exaggerating. But I've been posting pages gradually, and the blue line here is the impressions. So this is the indexation graph from Search Console. And you can see essentially that the more pages I was posting, the more impression, the more visibility I
Yeah.
was achieving. And Google wasn't banning me. So essentially, I was testing this, creating content with AI, try to find all the elements to include all the elements we've been discussing for Google to understand that it's actually good content. And I haven't been penalized. So I started to rank like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after straight away. And the first keyword that they started to rank were the keywords around specific questions
Yeah. Okay.
about, how to clean the carpets or even pests, uh, like say
So
how
if
to,
I
yeah.
if I look at the like like the growth of the impression. Oh, by the way, what I keep seeing this impression, but the way I understand it is that it shows when Google shows it on the search page, did people click on it, or maybe it's just how it's climbing in the showing up in the search page.
Yeah, yeah. So technically, those are organic impressions. So essentially, is the number of times that your page is shown on search results. So essentially,
Okay.
it's people. So say it's people searching for how to get human urine smell out of a carpet. This is what people you see. This is
Of
what
course.
people, yeah. And I've been targeting those as well. That's why I started to rank because this is what people are searching
Sure.
for this thing. But yeah, so essentially, people looking for that, and your page is shown in the search results. That's the impression. If they click the page and they go to the website, that's the click.
Yeah. I mean, but it's quite interesting when I look at the so between February and April, it grew. And the point I'm making is that, which I mentioned earlier too, was like, if not looking for shortcuts. Of course, there are exceptions. There are some people that build a product with AI or without AI, and then maybe within 24 hours they made a post, their product goes viral and they are trending. But that is what we keep seeing in the news, in social media, and we think that is what happens to everyone. But in
Yeah.
reality, like a lot of people, let's say even 90%, don't get that kind of growth or attention.
Yes.
So if if you want to bet, I think for me it's advisable to bet on the long run and wait for your growth. As long as it keeps climbing slowly,
Yeah,
I mean, you can get to a point where it will just skyrocket, like suddenly. But to some people, it's like overnight success. To other people, like you really knew how we went through.
yeah.
So be patient enough to see how this grows.
100%. I mean, 300% for many reasons, Peter. One, because maybe I'm aging, so you know, so in my experience as a person, as a human, if something is too promising and it seems like a miracle. So if something amazing is happening, it's usually because there is something cheesy and maybe it's not long lasting. So there is something fishy, maybe some sneaky, dodgy things behind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but
So
I think the typical human behavior or psychology, especially in the days of social media, is we get more appeal from magic
yeah, yeah,
or
because
mystery or shortcut.
we want to dream, we want to believe in dreams, and so something. I mean, it can happen. So you never know because you might have a sudden success. It happens.
Yeah, but it's very rare. Like among 100 people, maybe it's just 5 or 10. But
Yeah.
then those are the ones that get a lot of attention because
Yes.
everyone wants it easy, and then we
Exactly.
focus on that.
Yeah.
And like these days for me, I've kind of turned off a lot of media that I kept reading, especially newsletter that kept telling me like, oh, these guys like they in under 1 month they have 200K. This some of these stats, and it makes their newsletter grow. Everyone wants it. For me too, I wanted the shortcut, but I've been in the game and I realized that I
It's the
won
long
some, I lost some, and then over the long term, I've seen some that actually ranked high. Like,
that's the
uh,
thing. Yeah. So it is the healthy achievement the success, because if you
yeah,
build something solid, you'll get there and you don't risk. So yeah, yeah. Just to make a similarity, but it's like achieving success doing X Factor, and you're young, you have a spike of visibility, you are famous, but then after 3 4 years you are into drugs, because I mean, yeah, that's
yeah,
that's a similarity. But if you check things from an SEO point of view, that translate into this as well. So if there is something that's spiking up suddenly, it's also a red flag for the system, for search engines, for the algorithms to say, hey, this is not healthy because there is something wrong. And actually they go and check, and maybe, so you've been posting 1,000 pages each day because you've been using AI. Well, the content is not good
yeah,
because it's impossible to create something good. Then they come there, then penalize you. Then instead of success, you've got a huge decline. So
true.
so planning properly and do your due diligence, your homework, and try to build something. Yeah, as you said, that builds up over time. Is always, I think, the way to go, because also it stays there, it grows instead of, yeah, maybe you're lucky, you start seeing a spike up, but then what after the day after? So it's a bit risky.
Yeah,
So I've been trying to find the best way to do something organically, and the healthiest ways possible. So
yeah. I think I agree with that approach, especially for if my goal is for something in the long term.
it's better, you'll get there. You also learn a lot, you know
Yeah,
in the
I mean, it
process.
gets easier in the long term as well.
Yeah, yeah. And then also for me, also it was a side hustle. So yes, I mean, imagine if I was starting to sell a lot of carpets. So so yeah,
Now I feel
no,
like going
it
into the
was
carpet
unsustainable.
business.
Yeah, I know more. So again, because I've been doing slowly, I've been doing my research, and I know more about carpets now. So maybe, uh, but yeah, yeah. Again, one thing I should highlight. So this is not magic, and you need to put effort. So I've done all of this, to present the project in the Brighton SEO, like in April. 2024 this year. Then I
Because
didn't refresh.
that was when you ran your experiment from start.
Yes,
You started the project in February, and then in April you concluded the experiment, and you
e- e-
saw some results.
exactly. And then I didn't touch anything, after that. So meaning at the beginning, when you try to achieve something like this, then you need to also, maybe do a bit of paid campaigns, do a bit of backlinking, connecting to external sites. Also, I should have been posting on Facebook. I did at the beginning, I've been
Yeah,
automating posts to increase visibility, but then I stopped. And also in terms of content, at the beginning, the content was ranking high and very good organically. It was stable, but then it started to decline because essentially I didn't touch the content. And
yeah.
Google is essentially thinking, well, you've got
And
something dead there, but why? So
I have the same with my blog. I didn't blog a lot this year because I was focused more on building product. And I noticed that a lot of my links are no longer ranking as they used to
yeah,
before. And
i-
so, I mean,
i-
some of them that were at the top was something I wrote like maybe 6 months ago, and then later it's on the first page of Google. In fact, the between for most of them between number one and three after 6 months or a year, and they kept ranking. But I didn't blog for a while, and then I didn't get much of the traffic.
it goes down. You need to refresh. That's called content decay. It's an actual thing. So
Oh,
you need to refresh content or keep posting, or you can also split, atomize the content you have and maybe post on social media, but keep the website live somehow.
yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah. No, another thing I didn't test because I didn't have time, but user generated content. So the best way to keep the website fresh without putting a lot of effort was to use maybe forums. So for actual
Okay.
people in that niche to ask
Ask
question
questions.
yeah, you need to moderate that, but it's content. You don't have to think about creating an article. So somehow,
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
yeah. But in my case, yeah, this guy's not happy because you know, I didn't see the success, so I'm not into drugs. I'm I'm doing my work, and this
You
this
just
is
made
just not doing.
pennies.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably
Yeah,
to some people listening, it's like, okay,
yeah.
this guy just told us to be profitable side hustle without
No, maybe.
making much.
Yeah, but maybe one day I decide to give it a push. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
but I think the
yeah,
whole idea is from what I take out of it is not that you became a millionaire from it because you did this as an experiment for 2 months to show people that this is really possible. And if you wanted to pursue it, I'm sure it would have gone farther by now, given your experience with SEO and AI,
exactly.
and also marketing, which I think are, like very valuable skills in today's market. So for me, those are the things I see that I can take away and really utilize too. I use AI now, like some products I've used like AI to quickly get like the page layout and all, or get it started with the layout and then with some engineering knowledge, just tweak it the parts that I want to get tweaked. So those are advantages. I think what I'm lacking is being able this play the SEO game in terms of upfront, like the way you did it with these pages. But in
That's the
terms
thing.
of blogging, I mean, I think without putting so much effort in terms of titles and all, I blog about what I experience daily as an engineer, and over time, people find it useful.
Mm. Yeah, in a way, Peter, I think that's relevant. But see, you are an expert because we had this conversation before, and you're trying to target a specific niche, providing specific content, relevant to that niche. So in a way, you're doing what I was trying to do with the market research. So the moment you are writing an article with this in mind, you're kind of doing this. What you're lacking, if we want, but again, Google, all the latest update in Google is because they're trying to understand this. They try to understand you, Peter. The moment that you write an article is because you know your facts,
Yeah,
you know your business, and then you're writing for your audience. They're literally trying to understand this. Now, if you do this, then you're creating value because you're writing something that you know is valuable, most likely, and that's unique. SEO comes in play because if you also try to target the keywords, the specific keywords, for your intended audience, then
Yeah.
the chances that you rank higher are higher. So you've got better chance to rank higher. But the moment that you are an expert, you try to target a specific niche, um, that you're already there. So you don't need event. Yes, you can do some competitive analysis and market research, but you are kind of already there. So you just need to,
Yeah.
yeah,
I will see. I'll report back how the experiment goes, or ask more questions.
yeah.
See.
In
Oh,
your case, I would say, I'm showing you how I did the prompt. So, say in your case, you know what you want to write about and you know the terms you need to target. You can put together something like this, maybe for a few pages. So, this is the list of pages, the one I was showing you before. And then you've got the primary keyword, so the main terms you need to target, and then all the correlated related keywords, and then the FAQs.
yeah.
Then
Do you have like a video so like that one can see maybe from you, from a friend, or from one you usually recommend to see doing this SEO keyword research like permanent keyword?
I want to start making those videos. So we were discussing before, so
Yeah.
I will. But I mean, I also do a lot of training internally, with my team, and yeah, I mean, you find a lot offline, honestly, if you look for keyword search. But I'll be posting more videos as well.
Yeah, I see a lot, but a lot of them
Mm,
are more like also clickbaity, and some of them
yeah,
are not like.
yeah,
I know there are some from um, SEMrush or
yeah,
Ahref, and
yeah,
I haven't really looked at them. I just saved them, but those two I can trust because I know the work they do. But
yeah.
most other people I think are trying to do like the scammy type of marketing, and for me, I don't want to do. That's not the type of game I want to play.
Exactly. I will. I promise you I will, but we can discuss. But honestly, for the
Yeah.
keyword search, so if you've got your topic in mind, you can also, for example, use the main topic, the main keywords, put it in Google, see which URLs are ranking in the top three position. So see what's coming from Google. Use those URLs in tools like SEMrush or Ahrefs. So you put
Okay.
the URL there, you see the list of ranking keywords. Those are the keywords you need to target roughly. You can see the monthly search volume, which is the amount of time the people search for this on average, and then try to understand. But put simply, Peter, just to wrap it up on AI. So say you've got all the list of pages you want to write, and you've got the list of keywords based on your analysis or what you want to target, and then related question. You can then put this information about your brand, for example, Joe Rags, Kappa Joe in my case. This is to provide
Can you
the,
zoom in a bit?
sorry, yeah, yeah,
Can
yeah.
you zoom in a bit? So, okay.
So if you see, I've been trying to put together all the information I can pass to the ChatGPT or LLM model, so the AI tool, for the AI tool to understand what I want to achieve, the tone of voice of the business, the language, the market, the competitor, and what's needed. So essentially, all of this is the information upfront to provide context
Okay.
to the AI model. So again, it's not like you ask ChatGPT create content for me, but you train the model first. So I can show you now, and then you ask ChatGPT or whatever tool you want to use to then create the content. The way I did that,
Right.
so I put together. I zoom out 1 second. I put together this information, so the contextual information, and all the keywords and all my information from my research, and I put together all this prompt. So
Mm.
say for each page I put together all this prompt, and if you see it's about I'd like the best SEO content writer. So I'm telling ChatGPT, you are my SEO. I want you to consider Joe Ruggs, see this competitor. We need to achieve this in one prompt. So I start training the model about what I want to achieve. And then I start breaking it down and be more specific. So prompt two, okay, now you know what I want to do. Again, see this website, analyze the tone of voice. Then now consider for this specific page these keywords and these questions. Then another prompt. So see, it's more and more detailed. The other prompt is, okay, now start outlining an article about these keywords and this topic. And then the other prompts are essentially consider the first section, expand it, and write the content for me. Consider the second section, expand it, and write the content, so on. And then save everything in a file. So as you can see, I've been using different prompts instead of one because I've been testing this a lot. But if you use just one, the output is not great and it's
Sure.
not consistent. So
Yeah. Maybe also if you can also try them one or two of the prompts in a different model.
yes, yes. I've been testing Gemini. I've been testing ChatGPT 3, ChatGPT 4. So I've been,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, Peter, we've been discussing a lot, but this is essentially you do your homework and you put the keyword, you put the information, you create the prompt. You can use the prompt to then generate all the articles, and
Yeah.
then you try to make it unique. You create the images, the videos. I can also show you. So
Yeah.
this is Carpe Joe. This is Jorag's site. We've been discussing the different elements, but see this image, AI. I mean, you can tell, but I've been testing. So then internal links. You've got internal links everywhere. Then links to the author, authority. It's everywhere. And this is Jorag's. Hey, I'm the expert. Then nice effects and nice section of a website for the content to be read easily.
Okay.
And then video. Let's see if you can hear it.
Uh, I don't know if there's a way to maybe
No,
if you put play it from your laptop, but don't try to switch
no, no.
yours.
It's fine. It's fine. But then you see, essentially, also the way I try to build the pages is captivating, and then it's got click to action, links to
But
the
it's
relevant
it's
pages.
carpetjoe.com, so we can check it
Yes,
out.
you can check it. Yeah, it's a good case studies, and then again, link to relevant section to try to monetize, buying guides, and this is coming from all the analysis I've done and what the people are looking for. For example, buying guides, they want to know if the carpet they have at home is valuable, how to evaluate it, and so on. And
Yeah.
then always FAQs. So each page has got a specific unique FAQs with links to other
Ah, okay.
sections. Yeah.
That's
Eh,
interesting. So like
yeah,
it just generates relevant FAQ for each page. I think that's
yeah,
quite useful.
yeah. That's why I started to rank straight away. So from day two, for those questions. So for example, how do I clean the urine, from a carpet? But because that's what the user were looking for, and I got FAQs, and I've been using also schema markup. So the website is also optimized in terms of technical SEO. It's fast, and is
Yeah.
using schema markup, which is
Yeah.
also. But yeah,
Ah,
I mean,
it's been amazing. We have one question from the audience, which I think you touched on a bit,
mhm.
but so he asked or she asked, how did you find the niche? Did you use ChatGPT?
You can. So honestly, I've been trying, and also if you don't know SEO, you can ask ChatGPT. So I say, hey, I've got this idea of creating a website with AI. What's the best way? So at the beginning, because I'm SEO, ChatGPT wasn't totally correct, but you can get there. Also selecting the niche. So yes, you can ask ChatGPT or Gemini, like for example, I want to create a business. Can you suggest me a niche where I've got high value? It's easy for me to target the audience. So you can try to ask GPT. In my case, because I was doing my research previously, so for the last 6 years, I had this in mind. And back in the day, Pesha rugs were the product type that in Amazon had the highest margin, together with like beauty and cosmetics. But cosmetics and beauty, it's one highly competitive. So to rank there, you might struggle. Plus
Okay.
the price is much lower. So there, I really needed to sell a lot of products rather than just one carpet, maybe in one month. to earn enough. So no, I knew it before, but you can do your research. You can search in ChatGPT, also in Google. Also if you search for affiliate programs, it's not just Amazon. You find also a lot of platforms doing this, and you can see the more lucrative, the more valuable type of product and the margins.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I don't know how relevant. I think if you ask like ChatGPT to just give you something very vague, like let's say for your use case, you are thinking of doing like an Amazon reseller, then it makes sense to go to Amazon data and see what are the top three or top five products or top 10 products on Amazon in your region or the region you want to target. Then when you look at those, or maybe you can also break it down into category. And then when you look at those, you can now pick something and then with ChatGPT figure out what niche within that category or to focus on rather than trying to go it all directly on your own.
I'm trying in the meantime to use ChatGPT, so let's see real time.
Yeah. Or probably maybe alternative could be perplexity, which probably just does
Yeah,
like a search. So it does a real-time search and looks at maybe some recent blog posts and data on like reasonable businesses and gives you the result, I guess.
but see, I've been asking, can you suggest me the best product types I can use to build a website and earn money with affiliate programs? And actually, it gives you some suggestions. So yes, you can also try and then do your research. But I
Yeah.
would suggest, so try to maybe find out there which platform you can use, because I knew about Amazon, there were a few, and then I made my research about Amazon, for example, and been trying to use the products that was easy for me to sell and for which I could easily target the audience, and also with a high margin. So maybe you can just also do your research and see.
Yeah. I
But yeah, you can use ChatGPT.
I know I saw a video from someone some months ago, and I think there's a website that targets Reddit, and he built a tool where you can use Reddit to like find the relevant topic or relevant communities, and then over time it will aggregate all the kind of questions people have been asking and give you the summary or category of what people are searching for asking on Reddit, which I think is
Yeah,
good. So those kind of tools might help you. One way also I think that I've also tried to do is to like if I'm interested in a particular technology and I join the community. Over time, I see
that's the thing.
what questions get asked, what I answer, and then I build
Yeah.
like a product or like a small video about it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, you can build scripts, to do that, to script information. But honestly,
Yeah,
it's what Perplexity and Google with AI reviews, that's what they're doing. They're scraping information also from Reddit and from forums. And
yeah,
so if you ask a question nowadays in Google, the response you have at the top, it's also coming from, Reddit or those forums as well.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
So follow up.
I'm also in the dark now. Sorry, I'm trying to.
I guess it's back in the UK. Now I can't hear you.
No, no, yeah, yeah. I've
Okay.
got Alexa with the light, so but
Ah,
maybe,
okay. Very fancy.
yeah. It's AI, you see. It's
Yeah.
all around. Yeah.
Hopefully AI doesn't mistakenly shop for partial rugs for you on Amazon and ships to your house. Yeah.
No, also, I always try to be polite. I'm one of those people. They always ask, "Can you please give me, to ChatGPT?" Because you never know. Maybe someday they can take over, and if you haven't be polite, they can.
Yeah. We have a follow-up question, which is, did you use
Yeah.
Shopify? But I think probably they missed earlier when we talked about that. You use WordPress for the website,
Yes, yes,
and then you just linked all your products to Amazon because you have this Amazon reseller affiliates program. So you just list them on your website, and then when you click on the link, it takes them to Amazon, and you get it
exactly.
directly.
I would
ever.
say in terms of the CMS, yes, you can use Shopify if you are familiar with it, but as long as you are building the pages in a way you can also optimize, because I've been using WordPress, but I've been also adding schema markup and optimizing the speed, which is kind of, I'm very fussy about technical SEO and speed performance. So
Yeah,
Shopify, yes, but in my experience, you need to then, you might struggle a bit more to optimize Shopify, although usually Shopify is start from a good point in terms of performance optimization. But I find it easier to customize WordPress and optimize WordPress than Shopify. But
yeah.
you can pick whatever is the best CMS and you're familiar with.
Oh yeah, like you're familiar with. Yeah, I'm just typing out your response to Amazon, and yeah, because I'm not sure if the person that asked dropped out, just in case they dropped out and came back. But I mean, it's been quite conversation. We've been talking for almost 90 minutes now, close to
Wow.
that. And I had some questions. I think some of them you answered along the way. We talked about it. Maybe if I look through, there could be one more, but I don't want to. I think if we keep going at this, we may not end.
No, yeah, I mean,
And,
we especially AI, and then we'll be discussing quite a few things. So I think we can follow up.
yeah,
You know,
for me, the most important thing for me, which I think is where I lack the skills compared to you, as I see from your from our interaction, is the part of SEO, and that's the only part I can keep geeking out about. Like, because I think yes, AI is relevant, but I feel like without your SEO knowledge, this would not have been possible. Because
but that's the
AI
thing.
AI doesn't teach you SEO. AI doesn't teach you
No,
marketing.
no,
And
coming back to the real topic of this conversation, that's the key. So it's the same when you use AI for coding. In your case,
yeah,
you must be an expert. Yes, you can use AI to get there, but you might have mistake. You might have like a not optimized code, for example, that only if you are an expert you can then get the best output, because you can, in the way you design the prompt, so you ask stuff to ChatGPT. One, you can ask the right questions because you know what you are
yeah,
talking about. Two, you can also revise until you've got the same output. But it's the same for everything. If you think about images, if you're a graphic designer, you can get better use of AI and ChatGPT than what I would do with an image. uh, Text to video tools is the same. If you are a video maker, I'm pretty sure you can make way better use than me when asking ChatGPT. I mean, no, yeah, not ChatGPT in this case, but AI tools to do a video.
yeah,
I've been testing another tool. So now in Google Labs, you can also test like text to music. You've got AI tools to generate music, and I'm pretty sure if you're a musician, the output is way better than what I was trying to do, with
yeah.
AI. So
Exactly. I think that's just um, how it works, or how it can help you um, do your work. Because I see people getting scared about AI taking over my job, or I feel like, I mean, it's not something new. I mean, technology in general over the years displaces some jobs, but at the end of the day, it also creates another job.
yeah,
And I think the kind of jobs it displaces are the ones where, like, there's no genius, or there's no thinking to it. Those are the kind of thing AI can replace. But if you are like an expert, AI is just like an assistant to you, like
it is.
to
Yes,
do that.
precisely. I
And
was trying to.
I know someone said something like the husband, I think, probably makes books or does some drawings. And these days that people can generate all this art and books from with AI, he thinks the guy might be out of job. And for me, I feel like it even makes the job easier. So instead of me taking like 3 months or 6 months to create a story with graphics and printing, I can give AI my prompt, build up the story, then it generates the images, and based on what it generates, I can tweak the story to my own voice, and then change whatever images, and probably within 2 weeks you already have something to sell.
Yeah, yeah, but you need to know. So, so when I discuss AI with clients or even internally, I kind of always start with this slide.
Oh yeah, I like
So,
this quote.
yeah, so that's the statement, because yes, there is a lot of stigma and people are scared about AI, but even with Google, because people are saying, I mean, in the SEO marketing, don't use AI to generate content because Google doesn't like it and they will penalize you. It's not true. So let me also show, maybe it's here. Ah, yeah, specifically in this deck, I found it. But see, I've been asking Google, are you against AI? No, they want you to use AI, but you need to provide value. So you don't need to use AI to manipulate. You need to provide, and they've got a lot of articles about it. And also, see, at Google, we long believed in the power of AI.
I think I'm not seeing what you are showing, but
Oh,
probably you are showing a different tab.
screen.
But I get the message, so that's
What are
not
you
a
saying?
problem.
Uh,
Maybe you shared the wrong. Oh yeah,
do,
now I
do you
see
see
it.
this?
Yeah,
Did you see this one?
yeah, I saw that one.
Okay. Yeah. It's just to highlight, there is a lot of fear and stigma, like, no, don't generate content with AI because Google doesn't like it, for example. But no, it's not true. Google, themselves, they say use AI. We are pro AI,
Yeah,
but make sure what you generate it's helpful, useful, and provides value. How to do it? It's what we discussed today. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
probably maybe you need to have SEO skills, but if you are an expert, so in your case, really, Peter, yeah, from what we discussed, I trust you as an expert. In I know. So if you start writing something in your blog targeting your audience, highly likely that's come from you, that you're an expert. So it's expertise and it's providing value to the intended audience. Then you can optimize for you to rank better, and but already you're doing this. Now, the moment you use AI, for example, in your case, maybe you started to do also as well, like you can start from some ideas you have and that you need to write. You can use AI to maybe start putting together something and for you not to think about it, and then you can refine it. It's still,
yeah.
good use.
Yeah, so for my approach for, like, I mean, I asked you this earlier today when we were chatting about it, but what I was thinking was, I think I have an idea of this kind of audience or market or people, and I my idea was, okay, I have this tool that I'm building, and I'm not trying to make money from the tool. So and there are other tools like that in the market that helps you do something similar. And like each
Yeah,
one have their trade-offs, and looking at what is out there, I like to build tools as well as a system engineer. So,
yeah,
but I know, like, okay, this one is quite nice, this one is nice, but I think they appeal to different kind of people. And
yes,
then I'm coming at it with a different perspective of, okay, I can appeal to also a smaller set of people, and especially for people like me that, okay, let's say you want to deploy on a Raspberry Pi, you know give it a better alternative than what is already out there. So probably there's an
yeah,
audience, but
yeah,
if that tool gets useful, then it could be something. If I focus on, my plan is to start making content around topics related to those topics. Some of them I see online already, or I see people talking about, but I also see questions about.
yeah,
And some of them are like something that are, like, uh, beginners would usually ask for, people that are not experts in that region would ask for. And my plan is to build content, but for now, I want to try to do the two, do the marketing, or not really. I wouldn't say marketing because I don't have like ad budget or anything, but marketing in terms of like talking about your idea, why,
mhm,
how it solved the problem differently,
Yeah.
and then after
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
doing specific blogs to now talk about things that will drive traffic, so I can sell
Yeah.
a
Yeah. Yeah.
different product or book. So that's how I'm looking at it. But I was also curious how maybe I can use keyword research and also do something.
We,
Um,
we can better discuss. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
You can also do a bit of research to identify the topic, but yeah,
yeah. But these
yeah.
are
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
rough ideas. We can talk more about it. Maybe next year we see we
Yeah.
can maybe have like a show where we do this experiments online
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we come back with feedback like, okay, this didn't work and this works if you like that kind of thing. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. So let's try to wrap up. We've
Exactly.
been going
Otherwise,
at
we can
this for
discuss. Let's do another episode
yeah,
or a series next year.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think we should have a series next year probably. And so we've talked a lot about this. I appreciate your time a lot earlier today and also now again. I hope people find it valuable. At least for me, I did. Um, it's not in my we might not have the catchiest title for the show, but I found it valuable, especially the non-AI part. So thank you a lot. Next year maybe we can do something together. But for the channel, next year we'll be taking a Christmas break, and we'll be having the first show, I think, on the 10th of January for now, and then we have another one towards the ending of January. But I think going back to the topic of the channel, we'll be focusing again on performance, but with a twist, which will be on accessibility, like trying to see how accessibility matches web performance and what you can do about it, especially if you talk about web performance from solely core web vitals part, and then you meet the important accessibility part. So we start with that next year.
Which is also key. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're curious, subscribe to the channel. Join us next year while we continue pushing for a better web and also a bit of AI and SEO along the line. And we hope you find it useful. Have a nice Christmas and see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.